All right, let's do it. Let's put 5 minutes on the clock for another 5 minute post game show, courtesy of Post Game Pints. Campbell and Gallo with you. Ooh, and 5 was on the board against the Canadians. That was not a good one, Mitch, for the Habs.
No, another really tough one. And getting to the point, Sean, where I'm trying to watch these games and figure out which one has been the worst of the season. The Buffalo game was bad. The game against the Kings was bad. The game against Seattle was bad. Tonight's game was bad. Like, at some point, we're going to have to make a decision on which game of the year was the worst. Tonight, home ice against a team that had been slumping. You get shut out, and the other team scores 6. Like, this one might be up there. And, like, you're looking at positives. There's a couple. We'll get to them. But for the team as a whole, I mean, that was a disastrous game.
Yeah, and you know what? Even in, all these losses and some bad losses, never did I have that feeling, oh, they don't want to play for the coach. They don't want to. I got that feeling a couple times tonight. Like tonight they were taking a night off. There's sometimes you're trying to work hard and put something together, but for the Canadians, this one, it was nah, not tonight. Don't want to play, and didn't really care. I saw a lot of people not caring, but we've talked about it. Why don't we get to the stuff we like? What did
No,
you like?
hold on. Just if I can, I want to touch on something quickly because what you said. Because I agree with you, Sean. When the Canadians were out west in California, they left Anaheim on a Sunday, traveled across time zones, and practiced on Monday. This week they played Sunday in Boston, Tuesday in New York, and practiced on Wednesday. Like, the players aren't robots. They have families and they feel tired like normal people. They're not it's difficult with the schedule. Like, they need recovery time. I don't feel as though practicing on Wednesday this week was smart. And if I was a player, maybe I don't know if they're not listening, Sean, but I think they're burnt out already.
Yeah, they didn't really have an off season either. Let's be honest.
No.
And I know that the schedule, the off season, all that stuff. They were burnt from everything they did last year, 100%. And you know what? And not listening to the coach. It's the coach that decides if they practice or not. And it's happened twice to a bunch of people that are down on themselves, and now you're making them feel worse. They don't, they won't play for a coach that keeps making decisions that they don't agree with. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. It just looked that way tonight.
All right. So what about the positives?
All right. I like Norlander. Looked like he was excited to play a game. And maybe it was just a limited amount, but I enjoyed that he liked playing the hockey game. It was very hard to grab anything positive, but I thought Norlander brought a little bit of energy. I still want to watch more. I want to see more. Canadians have time to see more, but he better be playing on the weekend.
Yeah, I want to see him again. I liked him. He mentioned post game that he could have carried the puck a little bit more, rushed up the ice, but he wanted to keep it simple, I think, in his first game. And I thought he was solid, good first pass. And he had that play with Drouin that he could have gotten assists on. The play just wasn't finished off. So, no, I thought Norlander was a positive. Didn't look out of place in his first NHL game. So that's nice looking forward. And the other positive, obviously, was Cole Caulfield. I thought first game back from the American League, had jump, had some dangle, looked like he wanted the puck on his stick, had that chance where he flipped it over the net backhand. I just thought we saw a lot of energy from him, looking like a player who played in the American League, but didn't want to get sent back down. Now, Sean, I'll also say, going back to my point before, I don't think it's a coincidence that the two guys that had the most energy were the two guys that weren't on the trip in New York.
Yeah, I can see the correlation there. What I like from Cole Caulfield, he was generating things on his own now, maybe because there was no one to generate anything and no one was, pushing. And they had that, what was it, 4-minute span to start the second period where there was some sort of life in the Canadians' legs, and then that died. But it was all sparked from Cole Caulfield. That's the kind of Cole Caulfield I want to see. I want to see him get the puck, shoot the puck, attack with the puck. He was using his legs too. When he was with the Canadians to start the season, he didn't use his legs. He was just trying to shoot a lot. This time, tonight he was using his legs and his stick.
Yeah, he was, and I'm looking forward to seeing if he can build on this game and start to turn around a season that started off obviously not very good for him, both on a team or personal level.
There you go. That's 5 minutes. That's your 5-minute post-game show. Just like that. Boom. Done. Mitch, what does everybody do?
Smash that subscribe button. Click, listen, subscribe, and thank you for tuning in to the Post Game Pints podcast.